This is
Inner Circle.
Yeah, Kayla, we're trying to record.
Gosh.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Inner Circle. My name is Brendan Wright.
I'm Tyler Phillips.
And this week we saw a murder at the Orient Express, not Oriental Express. Don't know why everyone got that confused, but
Don't you just love your ramen flavors?
I didn't know what kind of movie it was. I thought it was Oriental Express. I'm like, what kind of progressive message am I gonna get? But it's basically if you've ever played the game Clue, it's that the movie. Which there is a movie called Clue that's based off the board game. That's really good, and you should.
There's
go see
also a movie based on this movie, which was based on a book, which is actually the original story.
it. True.
So I don't know why you're referencing Clue when it's also based off the book.
So it's it's a lot of there's a lot of connection. There was a 1974 movie, and there is a remake now. There was also a TV movie adaptation in the mid 2000s,
Really?
early 2000s. It was terrible.
Okay.
But this one is starring our good boy or has our main character Pierre. Gesundheit. But he has a magnificent mustache / beard, whatever he had on his face, and he is out to find a murderer. This movie is kind of unique because I don't see a lot of movies like this. There tends to be a lot of kinetic action. It kind of reminded me of Hateful Eight, if a little less crude. I mean, Hateful Eight was a Tarantino film, so.
Yeah. And we can get into that in the cinematography, like why I feel like it relates to Hateful Eight. And you know that, but we'll get to it. Who played the main character?
Edit point out. Kenneth Bragna Kenneth. His name is Kenneth.
Why do I feel like it could also have been Jeff Bridges, and Jeff Bridges would have done just as good of a job?
No, he wouldn't. Kenneth was he's also the director of the film. He was both the main character and the director.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and his shot choices and compositions are fantastic. This film is, for it revolving around a murder, it is beautiful. It was vivid colors, and for some reason, the shots were so intense in some areas that even though we were on a train for literally an hour, I felt like I was so invested.
And that's what I was mentioning earlier. That's why I think it's closely related to Hateful Eight, because it stayed in one spot. It was always the train, basically, and maybe this side of the mountain, but that's like in Hateful Eight. It was inside the house or outside the house. So I feel like to get those shots in that tight of a space is very, very tricky, and how they did it just amazes me. The colors are amazing. They're bright, and it's just a beautiful picture the whole way around.
I like to bring up depth of field. Like, if I can see something in ultra sharp focus in the foreground and background, and it's just something for my eyes to feast on, that's something I appreciate. And I saw it in Blade Runner 2049, and it's here as well. Just the shots are so tightly focused, and it's just so sharp. And I'm surprised because when you go to our theater in Statesboro, the picture quality you get is not always the best.
It's not the best, but we were in the DLP.
We were in the good. We were in the good
one.
But
when your theater has multiple quality theaters.
There's not much we can say about the story without spoiling it.
Spoiling?
Closery. But essentially, just know that it isn't obvious and that you won't be able to guess. Most people in the theater were gasping but
well, the thing is, I'm also was looking at it as this is an interpretation. This is like the book. This is the other movie. This is just a different way of portraying it. So I wasn't really looking for storyline and trying to figure it out.
This was my first time watching it or reading it. Yeah. I know about the other ones. I didn't know the ending. They might be the same or they might be different in terms of their outcome.
I read it when I was a kid, so I can't remember exactly what happened, and I couldn't in the movie. So I just watched and to see. I didn't try and guess. I didn't think about it, and I just let it happen. And it was a really good movie. Really enjoyed it.
All-star cast. We got Johnny Depp, Penelope Cruz, John. He's the guy who voices Olaf in Frozen. Josh Gad. I
don't know.
he's Olaf.
He's also
playing a drunkard.
Yeah, he's also in the new Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
as Gaston's assistant guy.
Who has gay undertones in it. Progression. Cool. Progressive. I prefer that over Geico. Alpha. But I can't. Okay, I'm trying to name off because this is William Dafoe. William Dafoe's in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many. The guy who played. I believe it's the guy. Was it the guy who played the new character in Star Wars? Was that him or was that another guy? I feel like that was another guy. Maybe
that was another guy. The new character in Star Wars. Oh, you're talking about the
doctor.
You're talking about Kylo Ren. Okay, yeah, the doctor. No, that was definitely a different person. That was not him at all.
But all-star cast. That's all we got.
It's really good cast.
In terms
Very
of,
well rounded too. They don't focus on like one character. They focus on everyone.
Yeah,
So
I will say
really
only one character I noticed just specifically gets left out, and it's like the white dude with the mustache. He is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
The like butler looking guy, kind of. He was also he was a driver. White hair, old guy.
No, not even him. It was it was another dude. He was like had a mustache. He was part of it, but he was like the American.
Mm-hmm.
He was American.
Oh, okay. See, now the person I thought you were about to mention was
it's
that...
so bad you don't even remember him. Like, that's how insignificant he is.
Well, you just already knew I didn't remember him. But the person I thought you were about to mention would be that, I guess, dark-haired woman, kind of like Iranian tendencies, or like
You're talking about
Indian
Penelope Cruz's character? I love Penelope Cruz.
They didn't emphasize her that much at all.
I thought they did a good enough job to where I recognize her, but it also is my bias because Penelope Cruz was like one of my first celebrity crushes. So
okay,
that's something that I pay more attention to Penelope Cruz when she's on screen. Her character, I love how this movie likes to take the tropes that like these people are weird, so you're like that person's probably the murderer, and I love those kind of movies, and we don't see as much of them nowadays. And it makes it worse because I feel like this isn't going to become trend because the crippling Metacritic score or the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Oh, it was awful, and yet the movie was really good.
Yeah, I don't understand, and I watched reviews before going into the theaters that were spoiler-free, and I did not understand because none of them were negative. Like, literally the only thing I ever heard a complaint about was like maybe tone shift. They thought the tone was a little off.
Yeah, maybe. I can see that.
I can see an argument for that. I would say, like, it's real life that people chuckle sometimes, even in stressful situations.
Yeah. I mean, you got to. Because how else do you stay sane?
But overall, great movie.
Now, something else I was wanting to mention is, like, I feel like it was rushed towards the end. Because there's, like, at the end of the movie... There was one slip-up I did see, and it's not to spoil anything, but, like, the train stops, someone gets off, I'm not going to say who, and there's the ladder that goes up to the walkway of the train, whatever, and they go down it, meet their driver, go off. Well, as it's zooming out, that ladder is no longer at the train.
Yeah, you notice those little editing errors, and, like, it's always cool to bring you to the movies because I like to call out story problems. What was it? I was just looking away, but calling back to the Pirates of the Caribbean podcast we did, you called out a crazy editing error that I didn't catch wind of, but I believe you, and so like
we're not watching it again. To see.
I'm not. That movie was atrocious.
Throw a little shade in there, like. We already stuck the knife and turned it. Now we're just like tapping it in the back for pirates.
Okay. One last. It's not spoiling anything, but who was the first person you suspected out of the cast to be the killer? The governess. The governess for me.
Penelope Cruz's character.
I didn't suspect it
because at the beginning she was saying like some creepy stuff, and I was like, okay.
I don't trust the governess because anyone who smiles so much and like acts like a nice person, I don't believe they're a nice person. Well, I told
someone's truly a nice person. Brenda's like, I hate them. Well, they're an asshole.
There's no way. I'm like, you have to blow up at some point. There's no way you could possibly be that happy.
Oh goodness.
But besides that, my dudes and dudettes, we're going 90s.
Oh goodness.
We don't know what movie we're gonna go see next week because it's Thanksgiving break and we're not doing this next week. But the week after that, by that point we'll decide a movie, and I'll tell Tyler, and Tyler can put it right here. Editing,
maybe.
Editing.
In all honesty, we don't even say in the last couple videos what we're going to see next.
Yeah, but I feel like I want to start making that trend. So if it's like someone wants to see it and then watch it with us, get a community engagement.
So get ready. We're gonna try and do that next semester all the time. We'll let you know. But guys, it's good talking to you. Bye.